evening. Lots of excited voices in the audience tonight. I'd like to call to order the Centerville City Schools Board of Education meeting on Monday, April 24th, 2017. Roll call, please, Mr. Biederman.
Annie Self. Mr. Schroyer.
Here.
Dr. Rower.
Here.
And Mrs. Osterhage.
Here. If we could all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. First on the agenda, I need an approval of this agenda as presented to the board.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please, Mitch.
Annie Self.
Yes.
Mr. Schroyer.
Yes.
Dr. Rower.
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage.
Yes. Next, I'd like to ask Dr. Henderson to address us with the honors.
Thank you, Mrs. Osterhage. Tonight it's great that we have an opportunity to honor so many of our students who are doing such great things in the various sports and activities that they're participating in. So to start off tonight, we're going to recognize some of our Destination Imagination teams, and I'd like to call our Assistant Superintendent in charge of curriculum, Mr. Bob Yucks, to make some introductions, and then we'll go from there. Bob?
Thank you. Tonight, among others, we honor 7 Destination Imagination teams, DI, that competed at the state tournament. Destination Imagination is a leader in project-based learning opportunities that blend STEM education with the arts and social entrepreneurship. Destination Imagination's academic challenges are designed to teach kids how to think, not what to think. DI is cross-generational and cross-cultural learning initiative and demonstrates that creativity is universal. Our DI students develop their creative and critical thinking, build on their unique strengths, learn how to design and manage a project, and gain the skills needed to thrive in the 21st century workforce. I'm intimately familiar with the Destination Imagination program. One of my sons participated while attending Centerville schools, and my wife was a DI manager. My involvement at the time was to sacrifice my garage space for most of the winter, which meant mornings scraping frost from my windshield. I also provided a wide variety of tools and materials, hammers, pliers, screwdrivers, paints, and duct tape, miles of duct tape. And 15 years later, I've yet to find some of the tools that were borrowed. The DI website lists the following as skills that their participants developed: mental agility, project management, risk-taking, budgeting, team building, design principles, communications, conflict management, collaboration, critical and creative thinking. But I believe they've left out a few more skills that are equally important: dedication, sacrifice, resolve, commitment, perseverance, all components of what can be described as grit. I can assure you that none of our DI teams made it to the state competition without grit and a tremendous amount of personal time sacrificed for the good of the team. These same qualities can be witnessed in our bowlers, swimmers, divers, gymnasts, and spelling champion honored here tonight. In fact, all of our extracurricular activities teach and expect the complexity of skills that are required to develop grit, because it is necessary if we want to achieve excellence. While those who participate in extracurricular activities understand the importance of dedication, sacrifice, resolve, commitment, and perseverance, to my knowledge, only DI students develop the magic of making tools disappear. At this time, I'd like to introduce Warren Gordon. Warren and his wife Dee are the district coordinators for our Centerville Destination Imagination. Warren will speak specifically about our DI competitors and introduce tonight's honorees.
First of all, I would like to thank the school board and Dr. Henderson for recognizing the teams tonight. Our success in this program is due to effort and cooperation on many levels, and all the Centerville DI would like to thank you for that, all the support you provide. Kathy Spiru and Central Office Administrators, as well as the building principals for the marvelous support the program receives. I would have more to say there, but Bob took a lot of my stuff there. So, this year, Centerville DI sponsored 34 teams consisting of students from every grade and every school. Each of those teams could not be possible without the extreme dedication of the team managers, building coordinators. The endless time and effort they give to the kids each year is outstanding. We couldn't do this without you, so thank you as well. Of the 34 teams that Centerville had, Centerville was honored to send 7 of them on to state tournament, which was held Saturday, April 8th in Mount Vernon, Ohio. Each of the 7 teams represent Centerville very well, and I'm proud to introduce them to you tonight. First, we have Deb Nelson and Sarah Mraz, a team from Klein Elementary. They took first place at the regional tournament in Scientific Challenge, Top Secret. Deb, can you come up and introduce your team?
Maddie Gantz, Sophia Gomez, Daniel McGoffin, Jared Nelson, Luke Nelson, Emery Pianki, and Marin Snow, who could not make it tonight. These kids are largely a new team to DI. 4 out of the 7 had never been in DI before. Only one of them had ever qualified for state. And we're very proud of all that they did. And one outstanding thing was an unprecedented 99.5 out of 100 raw score in their instant challenge at regionals, which also earned them a Da Vinci Award for outstanding creativity in an instant challenge. Congratulations. Also, I do need to say thank you a million times to Sarah Mraz for her help, her dedication, and her guidance throughout the season.
Next, we have my wife and my team from Centerville High School. They also competed in the Scientific Challenge Top Secret and qualified for the state tournament. And we'll be advancing to the global finals in late May at the University of Tennessee. Preeti Belachandra. Josh Durst. Rebecca Grunberg. Lindsay Hallis is not here tonight. Taha Kanzat. Kevin Oxrider. And Patrick Oxrider. Moving on to the teams in the Fine Arts Challenge, Vanished, we have Dragana Claflin's team from Well Elementary.
Thank you. Today we have 4 out of our 5 members here. We have Niall Latique, Hamin Bey, Alexandra Claflin, Hamilton Rivkin, and we are missing Leah Yu. I want to mention that this team is just incredible. 3 of the 4 of them have been together for 4 years, from rising stars into competitive, just missing medaling 2 years ago and finally making it to state. So this was a sweet victory for us.
Next, we have one of our Centerville Middle School teams comprised of kids from all 3 middle schools. This team also competed in the Fine Arts Challenge Vanished and will be represented Centerville at global finals. This is Asfeeya Khan and Doug Trout's team. Come on up and introduce your team.
Ishati. This one's mine. Yeah. Jaden Mallory. Griffin Burkle. We have Kendall Coker. Ethan Trout is missing. Scott will take this in. And then we have Shaden Werma. Just a little bit about the team. I've been the coach since second grade. Doug joined me this year. These kids have been together since second grade. This is the third year that they'll be competing in globals. This is the third year in a row. And this year they were also awarded the Renaissance Award because they made intricate angel wings out of household items like paper plates and fork handles, and that really impressed the judges. So just to give you a little bit about what DI is all about. Thank you.
Also in the Vantage Challenge is Laura and Jose Torres' team from Centerville High School. They placed first in their category at regional tournament and also have secured a spot to compete at global finals. Laura, come up and introduce your team.
Hi, yes, my husband's at work right now, and there's only 3 out of my 7 in the team because they're also doing either lacrosse or rowing or who knows what. They're always busy. So right here we have Maddie Grunberg. We competed in the Fine Arts Challenge, and this is our first time competing in this category as a team. And we have Sana Hular. And we have Gargi Rajput. We are missing Emily Byerly, Abigail Torres, Jack Trout, and Josephine Durst. For 2 of them, Jack Trout and Abigail Torres have been together since Rising Stars, and they've gone to globals. I think this is their 6th time. And for this group right here, they've been together for at least 3 years. This is their 3rd time going to globals. So thank you again.
Now we have the improv team from Centerville High School. They competed in the three-peat challenge at both regional and state tournament and are managed by Dana Hammett and Carla Schulte. Dan, come on up and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm one of the team managers. We had 5 students on the team this year, and 2 of them are here tonight. We have Sophia Hammett, and Amisha Saini, and our other 3 members, Isabel Asher, Kayla Owens, and Amy Schulte, along with my co-manager, Carla Schulte, were not able to be here tonight. This was a brand new team this year. All 5 girls have competed in DI for years. My daughter started in 1st grade, but this was the first year that they competed as a team. And they placed 2nd at regionals and placed 4th out of 15 teams at state. And with the improv challenge, they don't know anything before they get to the challenge. So we don't have like props or sets or things like that like the other teams. They just kind of wing it when they get there.
Last but not least is another combined middle school team managed by Kim Nosmacher and Lori Shabika. They came in 1st place at both regional and state tournament. Their challenge is service learning project called Ready, Willing, and Fable, and they will be attending global finals in May.
I'm Kim Nosmacher, and here we have Noah Borghetti, Emma Hefner, Manisha Manjari, Emma Nosmacher, Lauren Nosmacher, Pratik Raju, and Ainalim Shabika.
team is also a combined middle school team. We had kids from Magzig and one student from Tower Heights. We put two teams together. Our Klein team went with an existing Magzig team, and so most of the kids knew one another, but we did end up with a student that came to us from Springboro, and then a couple of the kids didn't know one another, so they've actually gelled really nicely. They won a Renaissance Award for creativity and thoughtfulness of one of their costumes. We chose to do hunger in our community, and one of our students created her costume out of paper plates because they were empty, and it represented the hunger that actually exists in Centerville. So we're very proud of these guys. They're off to globals, and hopefully they'll do great.
I just want to add a few more words here. Thank you. Each year, Centerville DI has a motto we use to promote the program and to inspire our team members. This year, the motto was, be incredible. We had 200 students, and I think they all were incredible this year. I watched a lot of the performances. I can't, be more proud of what they've done and how they performed and representing Centerville. And again, I'd like to thank the school board for recognizing these teams and recognizing all of Centerville DI. Thank you.
Thank you, Warren, and thank you to Dee also for all of your great efforts and hard work and organization. Congratulations to all the DI teams. Next, I'd like to invite Mrs. Stacy Westendorf, principal of Magzig Middle School, up to the podium to make our next introduction.
Thank you, Dr. Henderson. It's my pleasure to be here tonight to honor Lane Schnell, an 8th grader from Magzig Middle School. Lane, will you please come up to the podium? Every year at Magzig, we hold a school spelling bee. Lane was our school champion in both 6th and 8th grades, and the champion moves on to the regional spelling bee. The Dayton Area Regional Spelling Bee was held at Sinclair Community College. Lane emerged the champion by spelling the word scandium. For those of you who may not know, scandium is a rare chemical element. At the end of May, Lane and her family will be traveling to Washington, D.C. for the Scripps Spelling Bee. 290 participants will be competing at the spelling bee from all 50 states and many U.S. territories around the globe. It is my pleasure to congratulate Lane on her regional success and to wish her luck as she moves on to the national stage.
Next, we'd like to move into our winter sports, and I'd like to invite coach of the boys bowling team, Andy Parker, to come up to the podium to make the introductions for the boys team.
Thank you for inviting us here tonight. Kind of proud of these boys, and I'm going to call them up here, and then I'm going to read off what they accomplished this year. So, Benjamin Auerhart is our manager. Kept me out of trouble all year. Justin Bartholomew. Dylan Dobrin. Mason Eckley. Our lone senior, CJ Heil. And Wally Jabber. Two of our members are not here tonight, Aaron Hinderhan and Kyle Moyer, and also Jeremy Fleck is not here. So I will tell you, in bowling, it's very tough competition, and if you look at the division we're in the toughest division throughout the entire GWOC. You can tell that by our record this year. We were 7-5, which that doesn't sound that great, but just so you know, it was a 4-way tie for first place, and the team that was second was 6-6. It was a dogfight every time. We ended up finishing overall tied for second in the GWOC. But along that line in the competition, we broke or tied 4 team records. Now these records have been around since the mid 2000s. So 2005, 2006, somewhere in there. We shot a two-game 2 Baker 27-75. We broke the 3-team game, 33-69. Both those we broke by 30 pins. Then we had the individual series shattered by Dylan Dobrin, who shot a 781 series. And then he also shot a 300 game. So, shot a perfecto for us. That was in GWAC. In tournaments, we competed in 14 tournaments. The worst tournament we had, we finished 10th out of 34 teams. We finished 12th at the kickoff, which has 36 teams. We had one top 8 finish out of 28. We had 4 top 4 finishes, 2 second place finishes, and then we won 4 events. If you win 1 a year, you're doing pretty good, but we ended up winning the Eastern Holiday Tournament, the Jaguar Baker Marathon, our own Centerville Elk Invitational, which usually you don't win your own tournament, but we did. And then we won the D1 sectionals. After winning sectionals, we turned around and finished second at districts. And then we went to state. We qualified second, ended up finishing third, getting beat by the eventual champion. And along the way, Dylan Dobrin finished second overall to make the all tournament team and take silver. So, best record that Centerville bowling for the boys has ever had. So I'm very proud of these boys, and I'm thankful you guys let me brag a little bit about them. So they've earned it, but I've already told them they got to do better next year.
Next, I'd like to bring up the girls bowling coach, Eric Edmondson.
Like Andy said, I'd like to thank the board, the high school, and all the parents that participated and helped us out this year. I'm going to start off naming the girls here. I only have 3 out of 6 that are here. So I have my daughter, Erica Edmondson. Erica Taylor. And Brogan Zingle. These girls had a wonderful season themselves this year. They finished 9-3 in GWAC, ended up second for their division. And like Andy was saying, out of 14 tournaments, we had 2 first place, 2 second, 2 third, 6 fifths, and 1 seventh. Out of all those tournaments, it started off, the first term of the season, we ended up winning. Kind of shocked us because we didn't know what we really had. And then we came to our next tournament, which was kickoff, and that's what we don't like to talk about. Then we come to the next, it was WSU Challenge, we finished second. And then our other one that we won was the Pioneer Classic. And made it to districts. Sectionals first, we finished third. Districts was third. And then state, again, for the 4th year in a row, I believe it is, we finished 5th. On top of that, Brogan Zingle finished 3rd in singles for all the girls. I believe it's 16 teams, and I forget what Andy said, 100 and some girls. So tremendous season for these girls. It's my first year, and I look forward to things next year getting even better. So once again, thank you. And the 3 girls that weren't here, Tacey Ballin's a senior, Alex Taylor is also a senior, and Peyton Watson. Just a note about Tacey Ballin, she is going on to Sam Houston College to continue her bowling career. She's got a nice scholarship right there. And then Alex Taylor is going to Ohio State.
Next, I'd like to bring up Rachel Sarnovsky, the coach for the gymnastics team.
First, I wanted to say thank you to the board for all the support that we get through the season and for having this recognition ceremony tonight. It really means a lot to us. We had one state qualifier this year. Her name is Emma Kane. Emma was our sole senior this year, and she was also our captain. She has racked up some pretty impressive accomplishments over the past 4 years. She's continued to be all academic through her 4 years, which is pretty impressive. I believe she has over a 4.0, and while doing gymnastics is pretty impressive. Emma has been the Dayton City champion, she's been the district champion, and she's made it to state all 4 years? 3 years out of the 4. I think her freshman year was the only one, so I would say that's a pretty solid record. She's definitely been one of the most accomplished gymnasts that we've had in the past, I would say, decade. We will definitely miss her enthusiasm and leadership and her contagious smile, as you can see. So we're really proud of Emma and all of her accomplishments that she contributed to our team.
And rounding out our winter sports, we have Coach Steve Hippemeyer here tonight to introduce our swimmers and our divers.
I'd like to thank the Board of Education for the opportunity to be here tonight to recognize our athletes. With me tonight is Alice Licata. She's our longtime diving coach, a huge part of the swim program. And as swimmers always say, divers win meets. So they were huge contributors this year to the GWalk effort. This year at GWalk, the girls team placed first again for the 22nd year. And the boys also placed first in the GWalk for the 23rd consecutive year. At GWalk this year, our elk swimmers and divers broke 4 GWalk records. The girls 200 medley relay of Nicola Lane, Lauren Lampy, Pruitt Walther, and Nora Follenkamp took down the 200 medley relay. The girls also broke the 400 free relay, and that was with Nora Follenkamp, Liz Corin, Pruitt Walther, and Nicola Lane. I think both of those relays, Molly, I think, was on the record setting, so sorry about that, I guess. But Molly was excited for it. Sam Wiedemann, our senior and one of our captains this year, broke the GWalk record in diving, and he'll continue his diving career at Miami this upcoming year. Being selected to the GWalk Swimmer of the Year and also captain, Nora Follenkamp, and she'll be continuing her swimming career at the University of Kentucky. This year, the team broke 2 school records. Nora Follenkamp, who is a sprint freestyler, broke the 100 breast school record, which is an unusual thing, but a tremendously exciting thing. And Austin Flouty broke the diving record. So it was a fantastic season for the swimmers and divers, and we're going to have the state qualifiers announce their name, their years in school, and what place they finished.
Hi, I'm Sam Wiedemann. I'm a senior here at Centerville. I placed 8th at the state meet this past year, and one thing I'd like to say is thank you to my parents who have always supported me through everything. Love you guys.
Hi, my name is Nora Follenkamp. I'm a senior. I placed 5th in the 50 freestyle and 4th in the 100 freestyle, and I was also on the 200 medley relay and the 400 free relay.
Hi, I'm Lauren Lampy. I'm a sophomore, and I was on the 200 medley relay, and we placed 7th.
Hi, I'm Nicola Lane. I'm a freshman. I placed 5th in the 500 freestyle, and I was also on the 200 medley relay and the 400 free relay.
Nicola was also the top finisher in the entire state for the freshman class, making her the fastest freshman in the state in her events.
Hi, I'm Sam McCarthy. I qualified in the 200 or 100 breast and placed 15th in the 200 individual medley.
Hi, I'm Liz Corin, and I qualified in the 500 freestyle and the 200 freestyle, and I was also on the 400 free relay. before. I served the 200 IM, the 100 back, the 200 medley relay, and the 400 freestyle relay.
Next, I'd like to invite social studies teacher here at Centerville High School, Mr. Joe Kitchell, to talk a little bit about a program that'll be happening tomorrow through many different communities. So, Joe?
Thanks, Dr. Henderson. So, like Dr. Henderson said, my name is Joe Kitchell. I'm a social studies teacher here over in the East Unit at the high school. Tomorrow we'll be having a number of juniors and seniors and a few select sophomores participate in our Youth and Government Day. And the whole idea behind the Youth and Government Day is to give our students an opportunity to go out and see how local government affects their lives. And the biggest way we do that is we have students go and shadow various government office holders throughout the city of Centerville, Washington Township, the Board of Education, personnel at the central office of the school district, as well as at the Kettering Municipal Courts, and also the Centerville, Washington Township Parks. So these students get to experience firsthand how local government affects their lives, and a couple of these students at the school board, at the city of Centerville, and also at the township will hold mock township, city council, and board education meetings tomorrow. After they have shadowed their various official, we'll go head over to Benham's Grove and we'll feed them a little lunch as well. So it's a great day for these students. It's a great honor for them. And if we could have the few youth and government students that we had come here today to be recognized, we'll have them come on up and they'll give you their names and who they will be shadowing tomorrow. So if you guys come on up here.
Hi, my name is Hallie Bergman, and I'll be shadowing Mr. Peterman.
Hi, my name is David Jones, and I'll be shadowing Dr. Rohr.
Hi, I'm Lydia Kibler, and I'll be shadowing Amy.
So we just want to thank the Board of Education for recognizing our students here that are participating and also participating with us tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a great day filled with learning and a lot of fun for our students. So thank you.
Thank you, Joe. We'll see you students bright and early, about 8:30 at the board office. So at this time, we will take a short break. Like I said earlier, you're all welcome to stay for the rest of a very interesting meeting. But if you'd like to exit gracefully, now would be a good time.
We will now resume the board meeting, if I can. The next on the agenda is the Board of Education report, legislative report. Mr. Schroer?
I have not received any of the facts in a flash here the last couple of months, so I do not have a report, but I will have one next month.
Okay, thank you. Next on the agenda is the hearing of the public. At this point, before the board votes on any matters this evening, we would like to invite anyone who would like to address the board to do so. If you would like to speak, please come up to the podium, tell us your name, and talk about anything that involves Centerville City Schools. We ask that you limit your remarks to 3 to 5 minutes. If you would like to speak longer at a board meeting, we ask that you contact the superintendent and ask to be placed on the agenda of a future meeting. Members of the board will listen to anyone who wishes to speak, but we will not engage in dialogue with the speaker. If anyone here this evening or watching on television would like to talk with any or all of the board members, please call or email the district office and you can get our contact information. We are all happy to discuss Centerville City Schools with any of the members of our community and can do so by phone, email, or in person. Is there anyone that would like to address the board this evening? Okay. If not, we're moving to the next item on the agenda, which is the treasurer's report. Mr. Biederman?
Good evening. This is the Treasurer's Report for April 24th, 2017. I have a few slides to share this evening about our district finances. In overview, the slides will cover revenue summary, expense summary, and an increase to the general fund budget. It is important to mention again this evening that real estate tax collections will be below my original estimate for the year by nearly $600,000, which represents just under a 1% decrease for the year. The good news is the other revenue categories are exceeding my estimate, and overall revenue will be very close to my original projection for the year. As listed in this slide, all the expense categories are under budget and expected to stay below the budget for the year. This last slide shares the board will be voting this evening to approve an increase of $2.8 million to the general fund budget for the purchase of land. The Ohio Department of Education requires a revised 5-year forecast be submitted prior to May 31st each year. So the land increase and any other necessary adjustments will also be made on the forecast at the upcoming May 22nd regular meeting next month. This concludes my brief report this evening, unless there are any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Biederman. The next item on the agenda is the treasurer's recommendation. We will now take up items on the agenda that will require a vote by the board. We're going to move pretty quickly through these items. We want to make sure that everyone understands that we are not failing to give these matters the attention they deserve. We have received written information on each of these matters prior to the meeting and have discussed them at one of our work sessions and have had a chance to discuss them with the superintendent and other members of the district staff. So while we will be moving quickly, we've carefully considered each one of these items. So under treasurer's recommendations, consider approving the March 2017 financial statements to include the monthly financial report, the fund activity report, the appropriations report, the general funding spending report, the general fund summary, the general fund summary comparison, and purchase orders included in statement number 7, approved by administration then and now, certified by the treasurer, and supported by board resolution totaling $106,614.98.
So moved.
Second. Mr. Biederman, roll call, please.
Amy Self?
Yes.
Mr. Schroyer?
Yes.
Dr. Rower?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. Consider approving the minutes of the following Board of Education meetings. March 27th, 2017, a regular meeting. April 17th, 2017, special meeting, work session.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, Mr. Biederman?
Amy Self?
Yes.
Mr. Schroyer?
Yes.
Dr. Rower?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. Consider approving a resolution to increase the general fund expenditure appropriations $2.8 million for the purchase of land, increasing the general fund to $96,011,173.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please, Mitch.
Amy Self?
Abstain.
Mr. Schroyer?
Yes.
Dr. Rower?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. Superintendent's recommendations. The superintendent recommends accepting resignations as listed on Schedule A. The superintendent recommends the employment, change of employment status, or change of contract status for the certificated persons listed on Schedule B for the salaries, programs, and on the effective dates given. The superintendent recommends the employment or change of employment status for the support staff persons listed on Schedule C for the salaries, programs, and on the effective dates given. The superintendent recommends the employment of the persons listed on Schedules D and D1 for supplemental contracts or extra duty assignments. And the superintendent recommends the granting of leaves of absence for the persons listed on Schedule E for the reasons and on the dates given.
So moved.
Roll call, please, Mr. Biederman.
Amy Self?
Yes.
Mr. Schroyer?
Yes.
Dr. Rower?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. Consider authorizing continued membership in the Ohio High School Athletic Association for the 2017-18 year.
So moved.
Roll call, please. Mr. Biederman?
Annie Self?
Yes.
Mr. Schroyer?
Yes.
Dr. Rohr?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. Consider approving May 1st through 5th, 2017 as National Teacher and Staff Appreciation Week, a time to publicly recognize our staff's contributions to the development of the community and the tremendous influence on the lives of our students.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Biederman, roll
Can
call.
I make a comment first?
Absolutely.
My only comment is, I say it every year, but 1 week is not enough. It should be a year-long event. Our teachers are outstanding, and every teacher in this country should be appreciated for what they do and the time they put in. They're the most underpaid, overworked people in this world.
So did you change the motion?
No.
I thought maybe we were having an annual
No.
celebration. Okay. Roll call, please, Mr. Biederman.
Annie Self?
Yes.
Mr. Schroyer?
Yes.
Dr. Rohr?
Yes.
And Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. Pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 121.22G1, I hereby move that the board adjourn to executive session for the purpose of considering the employment of an employee of the school district.
So moved.
Roll call, please, Mr. Biederman.
Annie Self? Mr. Schroyer?
Yes.
Dr. Rohr?
Yes.
Mrs. Osterhage?
Yes. May I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Executive session.
Oh, sorry, I already did that. My apologies.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.